All right, probably one of the most anticipated videos out of the entire series. Once again, where's my sheet of paper here? Make sure you check out foreverfoodtrucks.com for the full video series with downloadable PDFs that go through the entire list, going from margins, money, marketing, branding. Let's see here. Training staff, wealth generation, average income. We're kind of going to go over that a little bit here today. Startups, 20xing your business. There's a million different topics that we cover in this video series. Too many to list, but make sure you go to foreverfoodtrucks.com and check it out. All right, let's jump right in. How much money do these things actually make? So, number one, average income. $250,000 to $500,000. That's according to Foodie, Foodie. I actually researched a million different websites just looking for average cost. I obviously know a lot of people in the business, worked in the business for years, spoke with them, so got hand-on-hand accounts of what they make in a day, what they make in a year, plus or minus expenses. Research on sites that just keep up with this type of information, and the average consensus was $250,000 to $500,000, which is actually around the basis. Well, let me grab my handy dandy Calcomatic here. I had to unplug my phone. That's my Calcomatic. So we're looking at, if they're saying $500,000 a day, divided by an average of $2,000 a day, that's 250 days being open. If they're saying 250,000 a day, divided by 2,000, so looking at 125 days being open. So you're working, what is that? A third of the year. So maybe 2.5 days, 3 days out of the week, about 2 days, 2.5 days out of the week to make that $250,000. So if you're working Friday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all day Saturday, Thursday, Friday evenings, however you want to slice up 2.5 days, you'll be looking at $250,000 to $500,000. Okay. Mobile Dash Cuisine had it at $290,000, which is in line with our Foodie, Food.ee pricing of $250,000 to $500,000. All right, average ticket per order, which is right on target. We thought it was $12 when we started researching and doing this project, and sure enough, everybody's $12.40. So $12 for the average ticket, which is pretty much average across the board, and we hear that city to city. So $12 is the average ticket. Okay, your ticket may or will vary. So one thing that has become popular is coffee trailers. Coffee trailers, been working with a lot of people on coffee trailers, man, I tell you. And the average ticket there is half that, $6. But their food cost is a third. So your average food cost is what, 22%, 24%, maybe 26%. And if it's 26%, you want to control that. But say I either control it, and what I mean is control it either by raising prices or lowering your food costs. But so you're looking at a $5 product, a $4 product. If we're talking about a nice high end first crack, maybe lightly roasted second crack coffee. But hey, Starbucks is getting away with second and third crack coffee. If you don't know what that means, it's how dark they roast it. And coffee is actually a cherry. So if you lightly roast it, you get more flavor. You dark roast it, you just like eating burnt meat. You're not really getting a lot of flavor. So for the coffee connoisseurs, they normally prefer a small coffee house that's doing first crack coffee than a Starbucks. But nonetheless, Starbucks has the branding behind them to be able to demand a $4, $5, $6 coffee. And I drink Starbucks, so I'm just as guilty as the next guy. That food cost for Starbucks is 8 cents, because a good product you're looking at maybe 12, 13 cents for the product and the cup. Starbucks, and when you add in the cup, is probably around the same price, maybe, because they give you the nice little sleeve around the cup. So maybe 11 cents. Economies of scale, buying in bulk like them, I'm sure they're getting a phenomenal deal. So they're but still say we'll give them the benefit of that. 11 cents a cup for a $5 product, $4 product. That's unbelievable. And even when you add in your labor cost, overhead cost, everything outside of just the sheer cost of the drink and the cup, you're still probably no more than 50 cents a cup for $4 product. So you're doing good. You're doing good, Starbucks, and you're doing good coffee businesses, because even if you're at $1 a cup and you were doing cheap, you're doing a $3 product. 200% markup ain't bad. So your ticket prices will vary depending on your product, especially for those that are juicers and coffee, especially coffee. You guys are brilliant. And I do coffee consultation via the online video series. So make sure you get the full video series for free, foreverfoodtrucks.com. There's a teachable offered as well for the people that want to go that route. Let's talk about street locations that are most profitable, because, hey, you want to make money. It's about the money, all about the Benjamins. So, okay, I thought I had a little street breakdown in here. Apparently I don't. So street locations that are the most profitable, or I guess my note here just means pick locations with a lot of people that are most profitable. If you're in a street location that is not yielding at least $2,000 a day, you're in the wrong location. You're in the absolute wrong location. Listen, the average truck is doing $2,000 a day. I run into people that are saying, hey, we're doing $500 a day. Then you're wrong. If you're paying to be in a food truck park and you're doing $500 a day, why? Why are you paying them $300? Why are you paying them $500 if you're in certain cities and they're why are you paying that if you're doing $500 a day? You're paying $500 a month. You're getting $500 a day. Yeah, no. $2,000 a day is the average. You can go park in front of the Valero and do $500 a day. Don't give these parks your money. Now, some parks are great. Bathrooms are for liquor. But if you're doing $500 a day and you're going, you can go to your average street corner and do $500. Why are you paying for that? What are you paying for? The convenience of yourself being able to go to use the restroom? Listen, $3,500, you can only add a bathroom to your trailer when you get one built. Just buy your own bathroom. So $2,000 a day is where you need to be, and that's why I added this slide in that bullet point. So $2,000 a day is where you need to be if you're in one of these food trucks, and that's how you're going to more easily hit your $250,000, $500,000. Let's go back to my handy dandy Calcomatic. At $250,000 a year, if you did $500 a day, you'd have to work 500 days. Newsflash, there's not 500 days in a year, right? To do $250,000 and you're doing $1,000 a day, you still have to work that 250 days. So that's just not. I should have been able to do that in my head. 250 times 1,000, right? $250,000. Nonetheless, I was using my handy dandy Calcomatic. But nonetheless, if you're doing even $1,000 a day is better. You open 2/3 of the year, but you really need to be at $2,000 a day minimal. So pick your location. Expense breakdown. So I was talking 22%, 24%, 26%. Unless you're doing coffee or juice or ice cream, hey, mix that into your menu some type of way. They're great profit increasers, great margin increasers, and margins means profit. Margins mean money. That's why big restaurants try to get that profit, that food cost down from 26, where you're not going to see them at 26. They're probably going out of business, but 24% or less to increase that profit margin. We talk about the beverage costs, what I've been yelling about, 8%, people, 8%, 10 cent drink, 12 cent drink, 8 cent drink. So with a 8% food costs on beverages, you really need to sell. Think about it. You ever went to buy a bottle of water and that bottle of water was $1? Think about it. They're getting a case of 32 bottles of water for $6, $7, but they're charging you $1. That's $32 off of 7. Beverages rock. Make sure you have some of that built in. Food truck concession trailer costs $65,000 to $200,000 if you're doing it right. If you're buying a cheapo Trashomatic, you're going to be parked on the side of the road. Instead of making $2,000 a day, parked on the side of the road. You're going to be broke down on the side of the road, losing $2,000 a day. I was talking to someone today, and they're saying, hey, and I was talking to them about brands and just doing normal consultation. And my thing with them was, listen, this place may save you $5,000 going this way. But if you're the first time you have to park somewhere or take it back for warranty and repair, and they're down for 30 days, you just lost $60,000 in money you could in possible potential revenue. Your little $5,000 savings was trash. And if you do that once a year, or you broke down, once a year, not just concession trailers, not just food trucks, concession trailers also. I work with them all. I see different brands, and they're in for repair. I have consultations and customers all over the nation, all over the world. So do not go with the Mexican-made cheapo trailer. We see them, all the time, all day long. And nothing against Mexico, but a lot of the brands that come out of Mexico are just not up to the snuff of even the poor quality American-made. So, but I have a video just going over brands, and make sure you watch.